Hey everyone, Squatch'ya doing? Angie here. Hey, it's been about over 2 weeks since I've been here. I have been crazy sick with my allergies and I have not been able to get out of bed. It's a long story. It happens to me every year, but this was the time frame it hit me, so I haven't been here in 2 weeks. And as you can probably tell, I am having to do a voiceover yet again. Once again, when I went up to record this episode, once I got home and was looking at it, again, no sound. So once again, somehow they did it to me again. So thus the voiceover. I apologize, but there's nothing else I can do with the footage. You're not going to want to watch it just with no sound. So I got to do a voiceover. So once again, the mouth is not going to be matching up. I'll do my best. But let's go on up and check out what happened while we were gone. So this is with the summer sausage that I left and the jar, even though it was plastic, of the dry roasted peanuts. So here we go. This was the setup last time. And let's see what I came up to. Yeah, just about the same thing we always come up to. An empty bucket with the lid off. And yeah, there's water in there. It's been raining. But yeah, everything's gone. So let's take a look around and see if we can find anything. Did they leave anything behind? Whether the lid, the jar, the wrapper from the peanuts, or even the wrapper from the sausage. Let's check it out and see what we can find. Well, clearly there's nothing there. Or is there? Let's take a look. What do we have here? It is the wrapper from the peanut plastic jar. Well, that's a good sign. Well, we already knew it was taken because it's gone, but there's a little bit of evidence. Let's see if we can find anything else. What's this? Hey, it's our sausage wrapper. Oh, I cannot wait to look at this thing. Ugh, nasty. Oh, we can already see a big old hole. We'll get back to that in a minute. Yeah, let's put that there. That's nasty. All right, let's keep looking around. Did they leave anything else? So we had the summer sausage in the wrapper and the peanuts in the jar. So we got the wrapper for both items, but nothing else. Interesting. We will be looking at the wrappers in a minute, but we need to see if there's anything else. I don't know. Let's take a look. I'm not seeing anything. Maybe if we look over here. There's the blind that they made me last year. The trees they bent over and put the tree on top. Hey, there it is. There is the peanut jar. Wow. Wow. That's kind of the farthest I've ever moved anything away. Looky, our tree that we put everything on is right there. And the peanut container is all the way down there where they made my blind to hide in, that I've addressed in several episodes. Wow, the nut container is inside of it. Wow. I'm kind of surprised right now. Let's take a look. How am I going to get in there? It's kind of like they were sitting inside of the blind eating the peanuts where nothing could see them. Here, I thought they made that blind for me. Maybe they made it for themselves. Just another place where they can people watch while eating my nuts. But there's just a little bit of their handiwork how they bent those trees over, and they even broke it, but they broke it just enough where it kept the tree alive. I was shocked last year, and there's the branch they placed on top of it to keep those two trees down, so it does make the blind. And I was surprised last year when they built it that it was only going to be good for one season because they broke the tree. I thought for sure this spring when all the leaves came back that I wouldn't have a blind anymore, but sure enough, the leaves came back. How did they know how much they could break it where the leaves would still come back? That is so cool. I have no idea what I was saying there, y'all. I wish I could do this exactly, but fingers crossed, maybe they'll stop doing that. Alrighty, so I did have to go in and to crawl into the den to get the jar out. But let's take a look at what we have. Alrighty, here's the jar. The lid was on it, 100% on it. Now, yeah, that part is fine. And there's a teeny tiny spot, you'll see in a minute, on the lid that's messed up. There are bite marks around the lid, like at the very bottom of it, like something was biting to try to get it off. And hopefully here in a second, I'll show that to you. But see those little marks right there? It's like something was trying to pry it off with its teeth. Maybe we tightened it on too hard. Yeah, I don't have the strength of a Sasquatch. That's not the issue. But it's interesting. Only one side they did it. You can see right there, they were trying to bite it. And I think they might have given up and went to either plan B or C. Because look at the bottom of that container right there. They ripped the bottom of that wide open. I guess if you can't get in the top, you'll go in through the bottom. And there are some puncture marks there. Now, was that made by the Sasquatch or was that done afterwards? Like with another animal came walking up, found it, and chewed on it? Don't know. However, it does look like a puncture. And there's a bunch of little punctures there. So, I just don't know. I don't think those were from Sasquatch. I believe this giant hole was from Sasquatch. I believe that they couldn't get the top open for whatever reason. And they, I don't know, ripped out the bottom and just would shake the nuts out while sitting in that blind, or even sticking their fingers in and pulling it out. I'm kind of more of they were shaking it and they were just coming out of the bottom. That's kind of where I favor. But who knows? Nobody was here to see it. But it's just so interesting. They went in through the bottom and not the top. But if you're not used to doing lids, maybe that was kind of mind-boggling for them. Maybe it's why they tried biting it off first and then just decided to go, you know what, forget it. Let's just go in through the bottom. But I don't know. That's all speculation. But it's very interesting. It's something to think about. And yeah, I'm still discussing things, and I wish I could follow along, so I apologize. Now remember, that lid, not only did we put it on pretty tight, but we left the freshness seal on as an extra layer of, can they get through this? What are they going to do when they see this lid? So I do believe that we're about to see if they messed with that freshness seal or not. Did they ever get the lid off or not? It's still on there. They never took it off. That just proves they went in through the bottom. They never took that freshness seal off. Wow. Wow. I wonder if they got the lid off eventually and then saw the freshness seal and was like, what do we do with this? and then maybe put the lid back on and went in through the bottom. Maybe they never even tried to get the lid. Well, let me rephrase that. They did try to get the lid off. We saw the bite marks, but obviously they gave up on that and went in through the bottom. Regardless, very interesting. What is it? Why didn't they go in through the lid? Very cool. And I wish we knew more. Answer down below. What do you think? Did they ever get the lid off? All right, now we're going to go check out the sausage wrapper, and we're going to see what they possibly did to that. So there's the actual wrapper. Big O beef sausage. But now let's look at the nasty wrapper. So as you can see, they definitely got the sausage out of that wrapper. All right, let's dive in and take a look. A ginormous hole right there on that wrapper. Ginormous. And there's also a smaller one at that end. So there's a hole at both ends, which is interesting. Were they eating it from both ends? Did they open up one end and slide it out? Were they, was maybe mama on one end and baby on the other end, tag team and eating the sausage? I don't know. That is very weird. I mean, I would think they would just pull it out. But why? Why the two holes? I don't know. Very weird. What do you think? Why do you think the two holes? Especially you think they could pull it out of the bigger hole and it would just slide right out. So why the two? Answer down below. Why do you think they did that? That is so crazy. All righty, everyone. So we are going to get our new setup going. Obviously, we have a big old cantaloupe here in my hand. I've heard they love cantaloupe. So let's see what happens with that. And then I ordered peaches. The store sent me these. To me, it looks like a nectarine and not a peach. So I don't really know what to call these right now because they are definitely not fuzzy like peaches. They are definitely the skins of a nectarine, but I ordered peaches. So we're just going to call them nectarines. I'm going with the nectarine. And so we've gotten 2 in the bucket so far. Let's go for number 3. I got to get these stickers off because that wouldn't be fun chewing on one of those. I mean, sheesh, would they even notice? They might not even know. They might just swallow it whole almost. You know, take a big old bite, spit that seed out, and just swallow what they got. Maybe they wouldn't notice that sticker. But we got 3 nectarines. So we've got a cantaloupe and 3 nectarines. And that's it. We're going to leave this and we're going to see what they do. So make sure you guys check back and see what they do. I think they're going to love the cantaloupe and the nectarines. I mean, who doesn't? Those are like crowd favorites. So check back next time and let's see what they do. And thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.